Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Sandy if you're new, and it's my favorite time of the year. It's fall season, so I've brought out all of my fall fabrics. Well, this is most of them, and I am gonna start playing around, and I want to make I want to use my vintage multiplication flashcards and make a cute little fabric flip. But then I also want to add, this is from Taberlogy, I want to add a cute little rub-on onto each of these. So I am going to go and start kind of putting some fabrics together that I think will look really cute. Here's an example right here. And yeah, so let's just jump in and see what we can figure out. So I've grouped the fabrics. So I have some greens, some yellows, kind of some orangey browns over here. I don't know if you can see all of them. Here's kind of the orangey browns. And then I also have some bigger ones over here. I have this beautiful patchwork one and a mushroom one, and then this vintage one here. So I'm going to kind of go through and put together 3 colors that I think might look nice. And I have a couple of these different ones I'm going to use for inspiration. I like how they kind of have a neutral one in here. Yeah, so you got a yellow, orange, brown kind of combo going on, and here we have like an orangey green brown combo going on there. So definitely I'll probably use a lot of this because I think it has some nice colors. I'm thinking that'll look okay. I don't know if that should be a bottom layer or a top layer. I'll kind of play around with that. So I hope everybody's doing well. Hope you had a wonderful Labor Day weekend. And I want to make them different widths and different heights. It's almost too much the same. Let's see, what did I do? Oh my gosh, this weekend we had our first crafty in-person crafty event, and it was so much fun. I had three folks show up. I had 2 kind of cancel late minute, and you know, for personal reasons, and you know, stuff like that happens. So yeah, but it was so fun. We just kind of sat around and chatted and just kind of got to know each other and had a really fun time. Okay, so I think this will be its own color on its own. Maybe I want this to go this way. Get a little of that orange in there. This might be too busy almost. I don't know. It usually takes me a while to kind of flesh out my design. I wonder if we do the mushrooms with that. That could be cute. I cut off a strip of this. But I definitely will be doing more of the in-person little crafty days. So if you're in the Louisville area and you're interested, then make sure to shoot me an email and let me know. And we've also talked about doing kind of get together and do some shopping together, like some thrifting. I think that could be fun as well. And then we kind of started talking about retreats, so that could be something that happens down the road. Okay, that's looking cute. So then I think I want something between those two to kind of break it up. I thought I might do a kitty cat on a couple of these because I know a couple of my patrons like cats. And then I have this one. I guess this could be for dogs or cats, but thought that could be fun too. But yeah, we had, so I reserved a room at a local library where, you know, you could use the conference room there. And everybody just brought stuff to work on, and we all just kind of sat together and chatted, and it was a lot of fun. That's two. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Okay, so I like that color combo. That's nice. Let's see what other color combos I can come up with. I'm gonna put that over there. So this one's kind of nice. Try to make these all the same size. I am folding that down about 1.25 inches. And then what else did we do? So my husband and I, we just kind of relaxed for the rest of the weekend. We did go do a little bit of shopping. And then I had to get all of the stuff that I took to the craft event back organized in my craft room. So that took a little bit of time. And I took the opportunity to kind of tidy up as well, because I still had kind of a lot of my stuff out from July as well as August. So, yeah, I kind of got all that cleaned up and organized. I also, I keep a lot of my scraps in those magazine holders, you know, those cardboard magazine holders. And so I organized all my scraps too, which was nice. Oh, I like this color a lot. I wonder what this would look like this. Oh yeah, that could look nice. Would I want that on? I think I'd want this on top. Yeah. And then I'm also going to be making some journals with this fabric, with the mushroom fabric, and with these two fabrics. So if anyone is interested in pre-ordering a journal, then yeah, just email me or message me over on Instagram. Email's the best though. Oftentimes I kind of don't see the messages on my Instagram right away. Oh, I like that. So I'm just kind of doing a little bit of inspiration. I might come back and tweak how wide or how narrow I make these pieces. But yeah, I want to kind of focus on 3 at a time. Yeah, that looks nice. So I have quite a few of these already made up. Yeah, these are gonna look super cute. Oops. And I might even put this on top. I kind of like that look as well. And I think I might sew across these also. Oh, that's really cute. All right, I want one more. Let's see, is there one more little fabric? Would that go? That could work. And I think what I'll do, yeah, I'll work on the, yeah, I might make that a little bit skinnier. And then let's put a little piece of this under here. So I might try to do, I have about 25 of these to make. So depending on how much fabric I have of each one, I will make a few with the same fabric. But I do want to try to mix it up. Put that there. Or no, let's do that. And that. Okay. Oh yeah. What do y'all think of that one? I like that one too. Very cute. And we got the little... Okay. All right, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go through and continue to do the same thing, putting different fabric bundles together to make these. And then I'll come back and kind of show you how they look. But they're super easy to do. And then I'll also show you how I make these. So these are also really easy to make as well. And I do have a coupon code for Taperlogy. You get 15% off, which is a really good deal. All right, guys, I'll be right back. Okay, I think I have made all the sets that I wanted to make. So let me show you some of the combos here. So I have this pretty fabric with this cute little kind of a mustard yellow, and then this fun fall fabric. So I've made a few of those. And then here I have this one with this pretty blue fall fabric with these two. And so I still need to kind of staple or glue these in, and then I'll finish them off. And then here I did this green fabric with this fabric and this rust fabric. And then here I did a few mushroom ones, and I used this fabric and that fabric with those. And then I also did with the yellow fabric. And then I did this one here let's see, oh, that's the same as that one. And then here we have this one. I love this fabric. And then with the green and the rust, and then that fabric. And then I did just a couple of the kitty cat ones. Aren't those cute? And then, let's see. Okay, so I think that's all the different fabric patterns. And I don't know if I'm going to put these on here or not. I haven't totally decided. Some of them, I might just do it on the ones that I think where it looks good. And I'm going to show you how I make these next. So this is just some like a muslin or cotton, and it's kind of a cream colored. And I pulled out, this is my favorite stamp that I like to use. And I also pulled out just it's kind of a little collage, if you will, stamp. And so I'm just going to do a little bit of background stamping before I put the rub-on on there. And I'm using Archival Ground Espresso and Archival Coffee. And I'm just going to stamp around here. I'll just do a couple on camera. And then make the rest of them off camera. And then I'm going to take my little stamp block. So you don't want to really necessarily need to read these, just kind of in the background. That, and then I'm going to try a little bit of the coffee color. I also have Vintage Photo in the Archival, and I like to use Archival on this because in case it gets wet or anything like that. Yeah, I think I like the coffee color. So I just kind of stamp however I feel like it. And then I'm going to cut. I cut them down before I put the rub-on on there. I think that makes it a little bit easier. And for these, I want to kind of think about the size as well. So try to just do like a little snippet. So just cut them down to whatever size you think you might want to use on these. And then the rub-ons, like I said, I got these from Taperlogy, and they have all different kinds. They have some Halloween ones right now. They have some Christmas ones, and you can use my coupon code. And you just peel the back off, and then you just place this wherever you want. And I kind of, if I have like a little bit of a blank spot, like right here, I just kind of put that down. And then I have a popsicle stick that I like to use. And you just rub. And you can kind of, with the way the light reflects on the cover sheet, you can kind of see where it kind of is separating from the image. So it kind of tells you that it's attached to the fabric. And then you check it. There you go. And that's how easy these are. And look, just add that right there. Isn't that adorable? So I'm going to take these to the sewing machine and I'm going to sew across the top, and I'll come back and show you how they look once it's all done. And you can make these as neat or as messy as you want, however you want to do it. And I thought about if I wanted to put this across the top, but I think I do want it underneath. And so I will need to keep that in mind where I place the rub-on, so that I have room to, so I don't cover that up with that. How cute. And I think I'll ink this up as well. I think that'll look nice inked up. Let's see what color I have. I have like a blue in my sewing machine, so I'll have to change out my thread, because I think I want to do like a brown or maybe a rust color thread. Aren't these cute? I think these are just so cute. All right, I have finished these cuties up. Let me show them to you. I love how they turned out. So I did a couple of the kitty cat ones, and I think they're just so cute with the sunflower fabric. Yeah, so I inked up here. I'll probably go and ink around the bottom. I don't think I'll ink up this side though. And then we have this other kitty cat one. So cute. And you know, you can use these the way you use them in your journals. You can actually cut these off and use them to make tags or decorate other elements, or you can just put them in a pocket in your journal. You could clip it on a page. You can glue it down like on 3 sides and have it be a side tuck or a top loading pocket. Lots of different things you can do. So here I did a couple mushroom ones, and I think these are so cute. And here's another mushroom one. And I love all the strings on here. If you don't like all the strings, you can trim them off. And then here we have another mushroom one. So cute. It was fun kind of picking out the fabrics to see what went with what. This one might be my favorite. I'm not 100% sure though. And then here's another. I did do a few of these. Oops. I just love, and I love the little wonky zigzag stitch. If you don't have a sewing machine, you can just staple along here. So like on this one, I just put a couple staples in. You could also put some lace or some burlap on this one. There's a little bit of burlap and just hand stitching on here. So there's lots of different ways that you can finish these off. And then here is this little fabric combo. I love this fabric. I think it's really cute. So I did a few of those. And I love the addition of the Taperlogy rub-on. And I think that adds just another layer of interest to it. But you certainly don't need it, because like this one is just 3 pieces of fabric. And I think it looks fabulous. And then I did quite a few of these because I really liked this combo. And then here's with the blue fabric and the leaves. I like this one too. Gosh, it's hard to kind of pick a favorite. I like all of these. And I really like this fabric. It's really neat. So I have 2 more of these. So cute. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to order some more rub-ons from Taperlogy. I like those. And then I love this fabric. This kind of gives me some Italian vibes on this one. Really cute. And I did do quite a bit of these as well. They all look so pretty all laying out here, don't they? So yeah, lots of uses. giving off some very fun fall vibes with all these colors. Well, I hope you give these a try, and yeah, let me know. Do you have a favorite that you saw in here? And I will see you all in the next video. A big thank you to all my patrons and my YouTube members. If you'd like to join Patreon for free, you can join over there and check out the freebies that I put over there, and also, you know, be the first in on news and updates of what's going on. And yeah, thank you all so much. And I really appreciate all the new YouTube subscribers. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And make sure to check out all of my older videos. I have tons of tutorials. And if you don't see something you're looking for, leave a comment down below. Let me know. I'm happy to do a tutorial if you're looking for something in particular. All right, guys, I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.